Hello teacher, my name is Alejandro Pérez. My ID is 2960635. And today I'm gonna talk about syllabication. First, what are the syllables? Well, how we know, and we can see here, when we have a word, this can be split into parts. We call these parts syllables. A word could have 1, 2, 3, 4, or even more syllables. So, that's our syllables. Now, syllabication. Syllabication is the action. It is when we divide the words into parts or syllables to understand easier. For example, here, dog. This word just had one syllable. Another example, apple. This word have two syllables. Apple. So, syllabication had a lot of roles. Let's start with the first role. Role number 1. Every syllable has one vowel sound. For example, cat and rock have just one vowel sound. Role number 2. The number of vowel sounds in a word equals the number of syllables. For example, ball just has one syllable and just one vowel sound. And the second example, apple, 2 syllables and 2 vowel sounds. Rule number 3. A one-syllable word is never divided. For example, dog and fig are never divided. And rule number 4. Consonants blend and diaphragm are never separate. Dog, A-N-G, look, K-A-N-G. Rule number 5. When a word has an CK or an ET in it, the word is usually divided after the CK or the ET. For example, we have 2 examples here. The word example, ET, ET, we divide, we split, ample, hockey, CK, after that we separate. Rule number 6. A compound word. A compound word is divided between the 2 words that make it the compound word. For example, we have some flower. We divide, we split the word and some, and we got some flower. The compound word, sunflower. Cupcake. Cupcake is a compound word. And rule number 7. When 2 or more consonants comes between 2 vowels in a word, it is usually divided between the first 2 consonants. For this example, like we have here, we have the word happy. We divide the first 2 consonants, the P and P. Second example, brother. We divide the 2 consonants, T and H, and we have brother. Rule number 8. When a single consonant comes between 2 vowels in a word, it is usually divided after the consonant in the vowel is short, if the vowel is short. Dragon, drag on. Toby, top, E. So, the rule number 9. When a single consonant comes between 2 vowels in a word, it is usually divided before the consonant and just if the vowel is long. For example, we have the word vowel. In this case, we have a single consonant between 2 vowels. So what we're gonna do? Separately, split or divide. Before that, for example, vowel, fever. Just remember, this applies when and just if the vowel is long. And rule number 10. When 2 vowels come together in a word and are sounded separately, divide the word between the 2 vowels. For example, we have die. Are 2 vowels together? We just separately together. Da-i. Re-in. Easy. And the rule 11. When a vowel is a sound alone in a word, it forms a syllable itself. For example, education. Education. Graduate. 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 So the rule 12. A word that has a prefix is divided between the root word and the prefix. For example, unbelief. Is the prefix, belief is the root word. Together, unbelief. Another example, disappear. D is a prefix, appear is a root word. Rule number 13. When we have a D, E, et, and re at beginning of a word, they make a syllable on their own. For example, depend. How we say D at the beginning of a word, we have to split, separate. Depend, extreme, got E, et. And the rule number 14, it is when a word that has suffix is divide the root word and the suffix. For example, we have the word complication. Complicate is the root word and sham is the suffix. And the last example, useful. Use is the root word and ful is the suffix. So easy. Almost ready with the roles. So we have the role number 15. When a word ends in LE preceded by a consonant, the word is divided before the consonant. For example, we have the word understandable. How I say this word ends in LE and it is preceded by a consonant. Understandable. Indestructible. It is split M all. The rule number 16. When ed comes at the end of a word, it is formed a syllable only when preceded by D or T. Abort. It is abort T, split ed. Abound, and D and split ed. And rule number 17. When a word or syllable ends in AL or EL, this letter usually forms the last syllable. How we say here pretzel. Pretzel. Magical. That's also easy. Here we have the last three roles. The roles number 18. When we get a word that ends on sham and ter, they make their own syllables. For example, position, structure. Position ends on sham, structure ends on ter. And that's all. Rule number 19. When a word ends on light, divide the word before the ending. For example, only ends on light. Only. Adly. And the last roles, the roles number 20. When a word ends in a noun suffix ant preceded by a consonant or a diaphragm, divide the word before the consonant or diaphragm. Vigilant and tolerant are the examples. Vigilant ends on ant, vigilant, tolerant, and that's all the roles. Another point, we got the syllables and the structure of syllables. Syllables is a unit of organization for a sequence of speech sounds. The syllables contain 4 pairs, which form the structure. The pairs are onset, rhyme, nucleus, and coda. To do the process of syllabication, we got 3 steps. First, we need a word. I select the word hello. Second, we have to identify the onset, nucleus, and coda. In the word hello, we got the onset H. It is the letter H. The nucleus ELL, and the coda, it is the O. So finally, the step 3, just split the nucleus with the coda to form the rhyme. Nucleus plus coda, it is the rhyme. So easy. And here I did some examples, like you can see. There are 18 examples. Just have to follow the step I mentioned, and that's all the process. Like always, I got to say thank you teacher, for everything. And that's all my video.